Alright amigos, we're going to go through this new flash that's coming out soon. Now these are some of the most popular flashes out there and some of my most recommended flashes, these little EVOLV 200 units. So we're here at Flash Havoc. This is a good place if you didn't know about it to get information, especially on stuff that's kind of upcoming. They're really good. He's really good about that. His name's Elvis, I believe his name is. And let's just go through these specs here because I think the main question is I definitely recommend these. This is one of my top recommended lights out there for real estate photography, especially you guys working how I work with just one handheld light. And let's just go through this. And here's the first significant new features. So these are upgrades to the last one. If you're not following, there's a new Pro unit. This is the Godox AD200, but this is the Pro we're talking about. It should be released in about a month or so. I'm not sure exactly, but the first improvement is a stable color mode. So they're essentially saying that the color consistency is going to be a little bit better. And guess what? For real estate photographers, especially you're bouncing your flash, I truly don't believe this is going to affect you in any way whatsoever. Some people might tell you that's not true, but I don't think you should listen to them. I think they're wrong. So I think this fact that this is going to get a little bit more accurate and the colors like that is not really a big deal at all. Now you're going to have to decide on for yourself some of this stuff. I see their 9-stop power range now, and to be honest, I don't know what the last one was, but it's nice to be able to go down to really low power like that, 1 over 250, 256 sometimes when you're using some direct flash, so that might be nice. I find the 1/10 stop increments to be annoying, but I'm sure there's going to be a sort of a menu function where you can change it to third or even full stop increments. I would hope. I would hope you don't have to. That could be a deal breaker if you had to change it in 1/10 stop increments, but I don't think that'll be the case. All right. Revised, slightly recessed interface. So they're talking about the little screen here, and supposedly people had problems with that breaking and sort of cracking, and now it's set back a little bit, which should protect it a little bit better. So that's a really welcome improvement, right? And this is cool that Godox, we'll call it Godox for now, that's cool that they're sort of updating their equipment. And I did hear a bunch of reports about the on-off switch sort of malfunctioning, and we're at these early stages when it's not even out yet, so we don't know if they've actually improved on this or not. But I would say it's they probably looked into what the problem was and why that on-off switch was sort of malfunctioning for people, and they probably corrected that. So I think that's great too. So those are two really cool things that they've done, and we're going to get into my recommendation in a minute to tell you if I think you should upgrade if you have these already. See, this doesn't mean anything to me personally. I don't care. The USB-C, whatever. That stuff's just marketing crap to me. Important no twist stand mounting points and umbrella swivel. So I think there's like a umbrella accessory you can attach to this guy, which is cool. It's cool that you could just stick an umbrella, and these two things allow that umbrella to just sort of be a little bit more stable. So that's cool, that's a cool little benefit. So I don't think we went through the differences now, so that was the differences. So let's jump over. I'm going to get into some of more of my recommendations, so let's jump over here to Autorama. And as you can see, this is the flash, and you can add it to your cart. Wow, I thought I saw that earlier today and it was for pre-order. I wonder if you can already buy these. I'm not sure. Well, somebody can leave in the comments if you're already buying them. So that just probably means you can purchase it, but they may not ship it immediately. But anyway, the base here, we'll go ahead and go to the base, and that's $349 for just a flash. Now the first recommendation I'm going to have is to go ahead, and believe me, I would not buy this flash without doing this. If you already have this, that's great, but go ahead and go over to this barn door kit. I would not buy this flash without that. Let's see if we can, without this guy right here. See the upper right over here? This little, it's a grid and then the barn doors. So I would not, let me click on that. I would not buy the flash without this. You're really going to want to have that. Even if you don't know what that is and you don't know what to do with it, I would still get it, okay? So believe me, that's a really important and powerful thing to have. You can sort of have so many options and control with that. And yeah, you guys are gonna have to decide if you want this Pro bundle or not. I'll go ahead and check that out, but it's a little bit more. It's quite a bit more. It's pushing it up into 510, so that's quite a bit more. But I personally wouldn't go for this, even though some of this stuff I'm sure is really cool. I would go for this barn door kit flash, absolutely, for sure, 100%, mainly because of that grid and those barn doors. Okay, and we're gonna jump over right now to the older version, and I did select the, what is it, the one with the barn door. And so you can see the price here for the older one is $327 for the one with the barn door, which I like, with the barn door accessory, $327. And then we're getting $377 here, so that's 50 bucks, 50 bucks difference. So let me get to my recommendations. If you have this original one right now, I think you're fine, especially if everything's working right. I think, like I said, the color consistency doesn't matter. If your units are sort of breaking and they're just sort of not turning on and off properly, you might want to, go ahead and finally upgrade and get one of these, right? So get one of the new ones. What would I do if I had both of these at my disposal? Well, that would be a little bit tricky. The only thing that I like about this new Pro right now is the fact that they've sort of updated that the little problems you might have with the screen breaking and like the power button issues. I do like that, and that would be worth the $50 stretch to me to for sure not have those problems. But I'll go ahead and advise it to you at this point. Go ahead and wait and see if people feel like those are really improvements when those first reviews start coming out. And if they are, if the power button's just like functioning way better now, and that little indented screen, recessed screen, is just able to allow a lot more protection for the screen back there, go ahead and spend the extra $50. I would recommend that. But otherwise, if those things don't seem to be improvements, I would go ahead, and I don't see anything wrong with this. And just sort of as a last note here, I don't use these because I have a Rove light, which has just been the amazing, I paid about as much as this for my Rove light too, and I've brought those things, I've checked them in bags, international flights many times. The things are just going way further than I ever imagined they would, and just without skipping a beat. I have them original batteries, everything, and they're still going. So anyway, that was just sort of to address people if they were wondering why I don't currently use these myself. So that's my recommendations. I hope that helped you guys out there if you're looking into upgrading, or sort of if you're looking into either upgrading from that old one, or if you're looking into just getting one for your first flash. I would definitely recommend this flash for your first flash if you're looking into flashes. This is one of the top recommended flashes, especially if you're I tend to recommend really kind of big heavy lights, but this is a lighter version and it packs a lot of punch. So yeah, get in there, check that out. I hope it works out for you. And guys, thanks for watching, and